Hi everyone, so this is the second video as I promised I'm going to put up. So in this video I'm going to talk about contouring and highlighting with foundation. What is contouring and highlighting? After you put a foundation on your face, you're going to notice that it takes away the structure and definition away from your face, so it leaves a flat finish, if you understand what I mean. So what contouring and highlighting does is it brings the definition back to your face. It brings the structure. Highlighting attracts light and it makes your face stand out. The light hits the part where you highlight and it doesn't hit the part where you contour, so it gives your face this nice, bony structure. The thing with contouring and highlighting is anyone can use it, so long as you apply it after your foundation. It depends on the kind of bone structure you want or the kind of face you have. So this is a video on how I contour and highlight after foundation, and it's a video that shows how I accentuate the part of my face. I'm gonna give you guys 6 good tips on contouring and highlighting. The first tip is brush. You want to use good brushes or good sponges when you're contouring and highlighting, because you're going to be using 2 or 3 shades lighter or darker than your normal foundation, so you don't want it to leave a harsh line. So what I'm going to be what I'm going to be using in this video is you can either use a stipple brush. This is a great blending brush and it just blends the product all over your face. The second brush I'm going to show you guys is an angled brush. You need an angled brush or a flat brush. You need a flat brush so you can go into the corners of your face where a big brush normally won't get into. Or you can use a soft foam. This is a beauty blender that it's already wet. You have to use a soft foam for contouring and highlighting because they are all good blenders and blend products into your face very well. Tip number 2 is always use foundation before you contour and highlight, because foundation, what a foundation is basically the base for most makeup or everything you want to do on your face. So it's better to use a foundation before you start highlighting and contouring, because if you contour and highlight before the foundation, then you're going to put the foundation and clean up everything and it's not going to really stand out, especially if you're going for a night event or you're going for an event and you want your contouring and highlighting to stand out. What the foundation does is it takes off the definition on your face. So what you want to do with the contouring and highlighting is bring back that bone structure, bring back the definition to your face. So you shouldn't put foundation after contouring and highlighting. You should put foundation before contouring and highlighting. Number 3 is always use a concealer 2 to 3 shades darker than your normal foundation color. But for people who don't really like, the glam look, you can use 1 shade lighter than the normal color for highlighting. And for contouring, always use a contour powder or a foundation or a concealer 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 darker than your normal foundation color. I think the most should be 3 or 4 for those who really love thick, deep contouring and highlighting. You can use 4, but I think the most I use is 2. My contouring cream foundation is 2 shades darker and my concealer is I think about 1 to 2 shades lighter. So you should make sure it's 2 to 3 shades lighter or 2 to 3 shades darker, so that way it stands out on your face. If you use the exact same shade as a foundation, it won't really stand out. It will just be like a foundation on your face as well. And number 4 tip is always try to set your concealer after highlighting. What I use is the E.L.F High Definition powder. This is kind of a dupe to the Ben Nye powder and a cheaper version, although I don't think it's as good as the Ben Nye. But this is how it is. It's good. It's really, really good, and it's really smooth and thick, and it's yellow just like the Ben Nye powder. I think that this is in corrective yellow. They have it in yellow and they have it in white as well. The white is somewhere. I can really bring it up right now because it spills a lot. So they have both of them. Always use a high definition powder or a Ben Nye powder or a MAC powder. Any setting powder to always set a concealer, because that way it lasts longer. It gives you a matte finish. And after applying your contouring and highlighting, always make sure to set everything with a finishing powder or a loose powder. Number 5 tip is always use a mattifier, because when you conceal, I think concealers or highlighters kind of it leads to more shine for those that have oily skin. For those that have oily skin, I think you should use a mattifier or makeup magnesia or something that will take away oil from your face and lead to less production of oil. Because even for me that have dry skin, whenever I put concealer, it brings out oil from my face a lot. So it's best to use a mattifier whenever you're going to contour and highlight, especially on your T-zone areas, because those are the sides you get oil skin. Those are the sides that tend to be really oily, so you use that. These are T-zone area, these areas and that place. Make sure you use a mattifier there, or you carry blotting sheets that blots out oil, so that way you get less shine every day and makeup can stay smooth. And you can also always finish off with Studio Fix fluid. I don't have any, but I think it's better too, because that way your makeup lasts all day. Then the sixth tip is try not to add too much color to your face whenever you're going to do a heavy contour and highlight makeup. Try not to add too much color, in the sense that you're not going to do a heavy contour and highlighting and you add thick green eyeshadow and red lips. Nah, because contouring and highlighting leaves a white, I don't know, it kind of stands out. But then if you add like red lips, very thick red lips, I'm not saying you shouldn't put any color, but try to minimize the color if you're going to do a heavy contouring and highlighting, unless you're going for Halloween. But it's fine to put color on your face. I'm going to add another tip, which is the seventh tip, is try to always blend it separately with the brush. If you're a beginner, you can use two brushes to blend each part. Try to blend the highlighting separately and the contour separately, so you don't leave a mess when you're blending it together, unless you have a really good blending brush and you really know how to work the brush. But if not, try to blend it separately. So those are my tips, and that's my explanation, just a little bit of explanation of what contouring and highlighting is. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you guys how I do my contouring and highlighting. So if you want to see that, stay tuned and keep watching. So I have applied my foundation and eyeshadow. So first of all, I'm going to use this my Marykay concealer in bronze 1, and I'm going to use that with my Zaron concealer brush. And I'm just going to use that to apply the concealer on my face, not to blend it in, just apply. I'm using this flat brush so it can get right underneath my eyelashes. You can look up if you want, but if I look up I can see, so if you start with your highlighting first, it makes it easier to pinpoint the places you want to contour. So even with the highlighting, I haven't even contoured, and you can see my cheekbones right here coming out, like so. With my highlighting, and now I'm going to blend everything in. So I'm going to take my beauty blender, it's already wet, and I'm just going to blend everything in. My E.L.F High Definition powder, And I'm just going to take that same foam. You can use a flat foam or a different foam if you want, it's better, but I'm going to use this one and just take a bit of that. This is to set the highlighting that I just did. That's how it is. I'm just going to pat that on the places I put my concealer. And I'm going to use the same brush for my contouring. Mind you, you don't have to use the same brush, it's better to use different brushes, but the flat brushes are not here, so I'm using this one for both contouring and highlighting. I'm using the Marykay Crème to Powder Foundation in Bronze 2. As you can see, this is I think about 2 shades darker than my normal skin color. That's how it is, and I like it because it's a creamy foundation that kind of turns to matte powder on your face, so it's great for contouring. And if you're gonna use this for highlighting, you should get 2 shades lighter. I think the bronze one or beige one. So this is great for contouring, and I'm gonna use my brush. So this will take lightening out of these areas of my face and attract lights to these areas of my face right here. Structure and definition is coming back to my face. As you can see, I have a sunken cheeks and I have bulge under eyes, nose, and this part of my face. If you can't really find where to contour it, you can do a fish face. I'm going to blend all that contouring in with these bits. I'm taking an E.L.F angled contour brush. This is how it is. It has a round edge and sharp bits for contouring, and it's great for contouring in around the nose area. I'm just going to use that and blend that in. Take that E.L.F powder. I'm just going to put that on the bridge of my nose. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to take my fluffy brush and blend everything in so I don't have any harsh lines. To make certain areas of my face stand out more, I'm going to take my Milani Baked Bronzer in 05. You can use this or you can use any highlighter. And this is how it is. I like that golden golden sun-kissed look. I'm going to use my same Zaron brush. So I'm going to take that to the high points of my cheekbones. Smile. Take that here. Zaron blushes. All out. And then use the same foam, use the same contour brush and highlight my nose. Take a bit of lip gloss. Lining my lips with the NYX lip liner in Corans. excuse me, powder in 355 coconut. Just to mattify everything. So this is the final look, guys. Thank you for coming to my channel and thank you for taking out the time to watch this video. I do hope you like it, and I'll see you in my next video. Please subscribe, please like my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and if you have any questions, don't forget to leave it below and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you want any look you want me to do, just write it, and if I can do it, I'll do it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.